It's just for proof. I'll start with the task number 1. I'll share the slide just to record it. So 3 tasks will be solved today, or 4 tasks. 1 and 2, they are similar, yet the first one will be utilizing functions, the second one will be utilizing procedures. The third and fourth, they are actually the same context we solved last class. A block of memory to be allocated. Here, n blocks, they're going to be allocated, but similarly, we are going to utilize methods for that. Let's dig in. Let's dig in. Great. So the first task is asking us to create 3 functions. First one to allocate in the computer and the space and the memory, a space for a double. Second method to allocate space for an int. The third one is to allocate space for a char, actually, and all of this to be done dynamically, means while at runtime. Means at runtime. What I'm going to do is the following. Since the program is asking us to utilize functions. So clearly, he said function. I'm going to declare a function to set double. Start here, close here. Here I'm going to declare a double as a double pointer. Double star p t. I'm going to double pointer as a double. Yes, and this PD is going to be allocating the space for a double. New double. Full stop. No more, no less. If I'm going to test the space, no more, no less, here if the space has been allocated or not, then after approve, otherwise no. So what I'm going to do, this statement here, I'm going to put it inside an if. So if here, at the end, no someone quota, and this is actually an affectation. It's a process. If it happens, yes. If it does not happen, this is the problem. If it does not, see, then not here. So I'm going to close the second parenthesis I added, and immediately here I'm going to start. There is no if here. There is no if here. Halas. See out. Then the double space was not allocated. Was not allocated. Less than and del. This was not. Why was not? Because we said if not. Else, the second in the controversy case, else, I'm gonna say echo. Sorry, yes, see out. Double space allocated. Double space allocated. Less than is an and del. Great. Let's test this one. This function. So what should I finished. If I run, if I execute, nothing will happen.
مستر لو سمحت كبر الشاشة.
Yeah, sure. Yes. Yes, great. Yes, he give me an error here actually for the double. I'm gonna give it a null value equals nothing means, and I'll execute again. Thereby the error cannot convert double star to double. Let me read it again. Yes, great. So here is without. You do not need the pointer here. Execute. Yes, main, nothing happens because the main does not have anything. The main does not have anything inside, so nothing happens. So I have to call it. What to call what? The function we declared. In between, double, semicolon. I did not do anything. I just called the name of the method. which is a function. Execute. Double space allocated. Clear. The second message has been done. Means this one did not validate, so the double space was allocated. Very perfect. The same thing I'm going to declare for the int and for the char. So for sorry, it is a double. I'm sorry. Let's use double here. Let's use double here because respect the question. So double for a double, int for an int, and so on. So double allocate. I'm going to declare an int. So the same way I'm going to declare the set double. I'm going to say set int starts here ends here. I'm going to declare an int pointer pi pointer int, and this pi, let's say pi equals, let's say I'm going to use the same syntax, new int, full stop. The statement has been done immediately without thinking. I'm going to pass to you, make the test if it did not happen. So if not happened, what did not happen? This affectation, the pi, the pointer I, vaults this new int to allocate the space. If it did not happen, so there will be a message to be declared, which is the cout. Let's say int space did not get allocated, did not get allocated, less than, semicolon, and good. Else, come on. Yes, the same. Else, it's another cout, means the controversial case of the if, which is yes, did in the space did allocate, did allocate. Yes, less than and L. Very good. And immediately I'm gonna test. Let me test before I pass to the next function. So the same way, paste, semicolon, execute. It has to give me double space allocated. In the space did not allocate. See, we have a problem here. We have a problem here. Did not allocate. Did not allocate. Did allocate. I'm reading it wrongly. Sorry. Did allocate. Everything was fine. This is the message. Int space did allocate. Is the fine. Is very fine. The space. This is it. Did allocate. So very okay here. 1 0 only. Did allocate. Let me execute. Yes, 1 0 only. Did allocate. So very fine. Very fine. The same way we are going to allocate one space actually for an int without being defined, but for a char here, the third function is for a char. Char. Set. Let's say set the char. I'm gonna say. Wait. Starts here. Closes here. I'm gonna declare char as a pointer. PC. Pointer char. This pointer char vaults new char. Semicolon, done here. And immediately I'm going to pass to the if to test it. If it did not get allocated, then we display a message, which is cout space did not get allocated. Did not get allocated. Allocated. Come on. Allocated. Great. Less than and L. Great. Otherwise, the case, the controversial case, else cout less than space was allocated. Less than is an and L. Great. Allocated. Yes, great. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? Here, actually, remember that we are creating functions 1, 2, 3. None of them we inserted the return. The program is passing it, but we have to return something. Return. Let's say PD in this case. PD. Or the address of PD. Return the address of PD. Return PD. That's it. Good enough. return pi here, and here return pc. Yes, great. Let's call the last method, which is last function, in the main. Copy paste. We call it. Let's test. Execute. Errors. Good. Starting with the first one. Let's correct the first one. Return PD. Actually, we cannot return a pointer here because I have to return the value of the PD. The same thing here, the value of the PC. And the same thing for the value of PD here, PI, PD. What is it? Yes, start. PI, PC. Great. Let's start. Let's execute again. Still 2 errors. 3 errors. This is the first one, the main. Token. There is semicolon missing. No, so we have to correct the C out. There is no shout. C out. Spelling. C out, not shout. C out. Execute. Test again. No, still 1 error. Still 1 error. Main error expected. Semicolon before curly brace. I'm gonna give like we did here, the null to the PI, and let's see why he's asking for a semicolon. There is no semicolon missing here. He's saying that the error is a semicolon missing. No, there is no semicolon missing here, but there have to be something missing. So let's give the null value for the 3 of them. The double, the int, and the char. Let's test. Still the same error is happening. I'll check only the error from which function. I see. Before token set int. This is the set int. pi new int. Semicolon. Yes, here it is. Semicolon is missing. Yes, absolutely. I did not notice. I'm sorry. Semicolon. Yes, let's test again now. Very fine. Double space allocated. Int space did allocate. Yes. Char space was allocated. Absolutely all of them, they are working very fine. We are utilizing functions. Return. Function. Return. So all of them, the third one also. Function. Return. Yes, absolutely. So they are working very fine. So this is the solution of the task number 1. Great. I'm going to pass to the task number 2. I'm going to pass to the task number 2. The task number 2 is asking us the task number 2. Let me just open another window. Yes. Task number 2 is asking us to do the same thing, to allocate dynamic space for a double, the dynamic space for an int, and the dynamic space for a char, but using procedures, not functions. Using procedures, not functions. He's asking us clearly to use procedures to allocate space for double, the procedure to allocate space for an int, and the procedure to allocate space for a char dynamically. So procedure before the main, I'm going to declare the first procedure. Procedure, so no return, void. The data type has to be void. I'm going to set double less than, greater than, yes, starts here, ends here. I'm going to declare the first double p, let's say ptr d. I'm going to say pointer d. It's pointer star. So I'm going to test. I'm going to give the value ptr d equals new, let's say double. Come on, double. Great. So immediately I'm going to pass to test. It's not only a simple affectation. So if not, come on, if not, yes, set. Then we do a display message in the same scenario. So ptrd did not get space. A space, come on, in memory. Great. Less than, less greater than, it's an endl. Okay. Otherwise, the controversy case, cout less than, yes, ptrd space was allocated. Here, less than is an endl also. Great, done. I'm done. Do I do a return? No, absolutely no. No return, because we are utilizing a void. Let me test it. Copy. Semicolon. Execute. PTR space was allocated. Allocated spelling. Allocated. Yes. I'll execute again. PTRD space was allocated. Very fine. Very fine. Very fine. Using a procedure. Good. I'm going to do the same thing for the int. It's a procedure he's saying. So void set int starts here, closes here. I'm going to start by declaring the ptr I is a pointer, so star here. Then after, immediately I'm going to make the affectation ptr I equals new int. Very easy. New, it's 1e. Good. So the affectation has been done, but this is not an affectation, it's a test. So I'm going to test if it's not been affected. So there will be a message start here condition and make a cout here. Out what? ptr I space was not allocated. Let's say space was not allocated. Was not allocated. Less than is an endl. Controversial case. The else. Cout less than what to say here? ptri. The ptri space was allocated using a procedure. Yes, great. Less than it's an endl. Great. ptri space was allocated using a procedure. Great. Let me test it also. So copy, paste, and the main. Second one, semicolon. Yes, here. Let me test, execute. ptri space was allocated using a procedure. ptri, here ptrd. Absolutely, so was allocated. Very fine. This is the message that has been displayed. So it worked very fine. Third procedure for the char. It's a procedure, so also it's a void. I'm going to set char as a name is defined, user defined as true. So I'm going to declare the pointer ptr c char means, and I'm going to affect the space to allocate the equals new char semicolon. That's good. So we did the affectation. Now I need an test. So I'm going to test if it's not being allocated. So I'm going to display a message simply cout less than ptrc space was not allocated. Allocate. Come on. Allocated. Great. Less than it's an and L. So great. The controversial case, the else, also is a cout less than ptr space. Let's say ptrc space was allocated using, let's say, procedure. Okay, less than it's an and L. And L, great. ptr space was allocated using procedure. Let's test. Great. Copy. Try the main. I'm gonna paste. Great. Execute. Yes, it worked very fine. The message saying that it has been allocated was appeared to us. Note that I did not give the null value, no null value as an initialization. I just declared. So declaration and initialization. Sorry, and affectation to allocate the space. Declaration and affectation to allocate the space. Declaration and affectation to allocate the space. That's it. There is no initialization at all, but the space was allocated for each. So this way, actually, we solve the task number 2. This way, we solve the task number 2. Task number 3, not task number 3, I'll just swap to that to show it again. Task number 3 is asking us to a block of memory. Here, actually, we are going to specify specific space for a specific value. Specific space for a specific value here. User functions. So let's do that. Let's dig in. Let me create a new file to work in. Yes, so here the program had asked us to use functions to allocate block of memory space, dedicated a specific block of memory space for 3 data types: the double, the int, and for the char also. Double int and char. Double int and char. Let's do so. I'm going to declare the double. Actually, since he's asking us to utilize functions, so in prior to the main, I'm going to declare the first method, which is taking care of the double. So I'm going to set block double starts here and ends here. Yes, I'm going to declare the double pointer b b double block double. Yes, equals null. I'm going to say equals null here because we are going to specify the space, the value for the space, and the space for the specific value this way. I'm going to initialize and I'm going to allocate the space now. I'm going to do the allocation p block double, let's say the same pointer, equals new double, because we need a double. Very good. I'm not gonna do the application, but I'm gonna do the test. So here, if not allocated, but the full block, yes, not what here, the full block from here till the first parenthesis. If it's not done, we display the following message. See out, less than. So I'm going to say block not allocated, block of value, block, a space block. Let's use the correct syntax for the lexic. Space block was not allocated, or double space block, better than all. Double space block was not allocated. At the end, less than it's an and L. Great. Here else. Let me pass to the else. Else what? It has been blocked. What is the thing to be blocked? Remember that we are required to do an allocation of a block, not anything. I'm going to write it in capital. This block here, block, means we have to specify the value for this one. For this reason, since it's a double, I'm going to give it an initial value here, before I make the test. Here I'm going to give the PBD. I'm going to say PBD. Sorry, come on. PBD equals, for example, 2.58, something like this. It's a double. Using a floating value. So the content of the PBD pointer is this value. Now, for this value, we are allocating a new double. We are allocating the space for a specific value. So it is not just simply set value and that's it. No, then no. Okay, let me continue the else. What to say? Yes, double space block was allocated. Let's say allocated. Yes, great. Less than. It's an ender. Great. Let's test before we pass to the next. That space. Copy. And here, paste semicolon. Execute. I have an error. The monitor command dumped code. Message line segmentation fault. There are 10 seconds made. There were a problem. Okay, I'm gonna take off this pointer. Asterisk. Yes, here we cannot, so it has to be there. I'm trying to understand what was the error. The monitor command dumped code. Share line 1. The problem is in the function itself. Double. Let's test. I'm going to explain what did I do. Let's have, yes, double space was allocated. Great. So what I did actually is to initialize inside the block. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cancel this thing here, and I'm going to cancel the null value. And I'm going to give this initialization here at the first statement. I changed the initialization to be here at the first statement. Let's execute again now. Still I have an error. double pointer that equals this value. I'm trying to understand what is the order, the correct order for this. Yes, start is correct. PD double. So let's do the following. PDW, sorry, star PBD equals this value. Let's take a statement for each, more or less. Yes, here we have the command order. There have to be actually an allocation before. No worries, no worries. I'll move it here, and that's it. خلاص. I'm initializing the content with a value inside the block of if we did not test. If we did not test. So if you did not allocate, sorry, if we did not allocate, but this is error actually. Why? Because this block is for the non-allocated space. So I'm going to do it here. I'm going to do it here inside the else block. Yes. Great. Yes, let's test now. Yes, double space was allocated. The initialization of this pointer, I did it inside the else. Why? Because the else is the controversial case of this affectation here. If of this non-affectation, the non-affectation means affectation, means allocation. If we allocated, the else block would be executed. If we did not allocate, means this block will be executed. But here we get this message was allocated. So this message was executed. Means this block was executed. Means we initialized. Let's do that for the int. For the second method or function. Int, I'm going to set block int. Yes. Sample parentheses, curly braces, starts here and here. I'm going to declare an int pointer. I'm going to say ptr or p block I. The same way. Yes, equal null I may do. Equal null I may do. Whatever. Then immediately I'm gonna do in an ordered way, in an ordered way, p block I equals new new int. Yes. Semicolon. It's not. We have to test. We have to make the test. So if not allocated, I'm doing it repeatedly this way, actually, to make you memorize it, to make you understand it well and memorize it. So if it's not allocated, so a simple message would be actually executed, and the message would display, but int space block was not allocated. Let's say less than and that. There is an issue. There is an issue. I'll finish this one and I'll tackle it. Else, the second condition, I'm going to do also, it's a block. Here, I'm going to initialize the PBI to an int, let's say 5. And then after the message to be displayed, see out, less than, int space block was allocated. Less than, it's an and out. Great. So there is, we'll check later. Let me test for this one also. Line paste, semicolon, and let's execute. I have an error. 5, the 5. Yes, the star PBI is the content. Star is the pointer, the content of the pointer. Yes, int space block was allocated. That's great. That's great. Third and last function. It is for a char. I'm gonna say set block char. Great. Set block char. Great. Set block char. Char. What to say? What to say? What to say? I'm gonna declare PBC block char. C as a char pointer. I'm gonna give it a null. I may do that. And then after I'm gonna start by let's say making the affectation PBC equals new char semicolon. But here it's a test I need, so it's an if not, let's say blocked. So yes, allocated. So I'm gonna do a message to alert. Alert what? Char block space was not located. So it's an endal. Great. Controversy case, the else block here. First thing I'm gonna give a value to the PBC equals, for example, within double quotations, A, it's a character. It's a character. Remember, one letter. And I'm gonna display a message. See out, less than. Char space block. Yes, was allocated. Yes, less than. It's an endal. Very cool. Very cool. Let's call this method. Let's test and call this method. So we call it issue. I'm gonna use single quotation. Yes, char space block was allocated. Here I use single quotation because it's one letter, one character. So it works very fine. So it works very fine.
مستر خلاص كافي. enough.
Okay, actually I'm gonna record and send you the recorder. Don't worry. لأنه التسجيل
يحتاج مستر نراجعهم يعني حتى لو
Okay.
ترسل تسجيل.
Okay, I'll stop at this level. I'll stop at this level. يبقوا many tasks. Still we have 2 tasks to go. No, still one task. نخلص الحصة القادمة إن شاء الله. Still one task only. We'll solve next class. I'll stop at this level. Thank you very much.